Hey everybody, it's Joel with Real Broker, and when I represent a seller, everything I do is guided by three core objectives. Number one is maximizing your sales price. Number two is minimizing your time on the market. And number three is delivering a world-class experience from start to finish. The first and most important goal is maximizing your sales price. Price is one of the most sensitive and critical decisions a seller is going to make, and getting it in front of the right buyers requires more than just guesswork or following generic formulas. You need an agent who truly studies and understands the Hilton Head and Bluffton markets at a deep level. Underpricing a home can leave a significant amount of money on the table, while overpricing it can cause a property to sit on the market for months and months with little to no activity. My role is to help analyze the data, study current market trends, market conditions, and position your home at the right price. One that's going to attract strong buyer interest while protecting your bottom line. The second objective is minimizing your days on market. Time and price are always connected, and the right balance looks different for every seller. Some clients prioritize speed, others prioritize maximizing value, and many want a strategic combination of the both. That's why it's essential for me to fully understand your goals before we ever move forward. Once I have that clarity, I can build a tailored strategy that aligns with what you're trying to accomplish rather than forcing a one size fits all approach. Minimizing time on market is not accidental. It's the result of disciplined preparation, proactive execution, and creating real buyer demand. I don't rely on passive marketing strategies. I focus on building momentum early before we even hit the market and sustaining it through deliberate action. That approach is rooted in how I built my career. I entered the real estate market in 2018 after an owning, operating successful martial arts school where I also competed at a national level. That background shaped how I operate today with structure, focus, accountability, and a competitive drive to perform at a high level. In real estate, that translates to preparation, consistency, and executing a plan with precision. After my first year of selling homes in a small farm town in Kansas, I knew I was destined for more. I made a decision to relocate to Hilton Head Island, one of the most competitive vacation and second home markets in the country. Without knowing a single person or even the area, surrounded by experienced, well established agents, I relied on work ethic, strategy, and my proactive outreach to build my business from the ground up. That process forced me to master marketing, negotiation, and demand creation at a high level. It quickly positioned me among one of the area's top performers. Today, that same mindset drives on how I market and sell homes. I focus heavily on creating a massive amount of exposure before a property even officially hits the market. The goal is to generate strong activity and momentum from day one, because the more demand we create early, the better the results tend to be. Not just in price, but terms, leverage, and overall outcome. And the third objective, which I believe to be just as important as the first two, is creating an exceptional experience. I want my clients to feel confident, informed, and fully taken care of throughout the entire process. My goal is not just to sell a home, but it's to build a long term relationship. I want my clients to come back to me for future real estate needs and feel comfortable referring me to their friends and family because they genuinely trust the experience that they had. Transparency is a major part of how I operate. I don't believe in sugarcoating situations or telling people what I think they want to hear. Instead, I prefer to sit down, look at the data together, and make decisions based on facts, market trends, and realistic expectations. My clients value knowing exactly where they stand and why certain recommendations are being made. One of the most important factors in selling a property is demand. You want an agent who has multiple ways of attracting buyers. You also want an agent who knows how to actively create interest rather than simply waiting around hoping for the right buyer to show up. I specialize in the residential and media markets and have represented sellers across a wide range of price points, from entry-level vacation condos to multi-million dollar oceanfront estates. That experience has given me a deep understanding of what really drives buyer behavior in a coastal market. For exposure, I leverage premium placement across all major platforms such as Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, and other high traffic real estate websites like Redfin and many, many others. In addition to other marketing methods, these channels generate hundreds of buyer leads, which my team and myself actively work every single day. Those buyers are not just passive inquiries. They are being contacted, qualified, and matched to properties, creating real opportunity for my listings and my clients. What truly sets me apart, however, is how I work beyond the MLS and past these online portals. I don't simply list a property and wait. Before and after your home goes live, I conduct targeted research to identify agents most likely to have a buyer specific to your property. Out of the approximate 2,000 plus registered agents in our local MLS, I know that list down to the top 20, 30, 40, 50 agents who have recently represented a buyer in a similar home sale and similar price range. Then I personally reach out to them, present your property, explain some of the unique value, and help determine which one of their clients may be a strong fit. Instead of just hoping and waiting and praying that the right agent finds the listing, I take the listing directly to them. I also leverage our internal data buyer base to reach active buyers directly. We review the property with them in details, discuss how it fits their needs, their lifestyles, their goals, and determine whether it's worth scheduling a showing. This proactive approach consistently creates additional demand and accelerates results. Communication is another area where I place an extremely high level of focus. Sellers and buyers want feedback, and they want it consistently. My clients receive regular text messages, emails, and phone calls, not only from me, but from my client care coordinator and my other staff. After every showing, we collect detailed feedback from the agent who toured the property and share that information so that way my sellers understand how the market is responding and whether any adjustments need to be made. Another major advantage of working with me is I don't try to do everything on my own. I'm not one of those agents who thinks I can do it all. My executive assistant manages calls and emails when I'm out on appointments, so that way my clients are never left waiting or wondering. I work with professional photographers and videographers to produce high quality visuals that help the listing stand out. I also have marketing assistants who design custom promotional materials for each property. Once a home is under contract, my closing coordinator takes over, communicating with attorneys, lenders, inspectors, appraisers, clients, and everybody else to ensure a smooth, on time closing. At the end of the day, my focus is simple: listening closely, understanding your goals, and executing a proven, repeatable strategy designed to help you maximize and avoid leaving money on the table. I welcome the opportunity to sit down and walk through my approach and show you firsthand why so many sellers choose to work with me.